Right, hello everyone, and welcome to game one of our Morg Cup playoff thing. God, even with the name change, I still have a hard time of describing what it is. Right, so you've probably watched the first four games of the NAF Rules World Cup qualifier thing run by Coach Morg. But it's had a name rebrand mid season as we gear up for the playoffs, and now it's just called the Morg Cup. So we finished 15th in the Morg Cup in the end, and we get rewarded by playing I Don't Play This Game, who came second. So Dark Elves, our Dark Elves versus their Wood Elves, and unfortunately, coming into this, we drew with Beltronico game one on their Wood Elves. And I Don't Play This Game beat Hovering and Mankiz's Dark Elves. And, you know, while I think I'm pretty good at Blood Bowl, I'm not as good as Hovering or Mankiz. And I don't play Dark Elves as much as Mankiz does anyway. So yeah, you know, let's get into it. I did have a little practice game before in the afternoon. Before this one, so this happened at 9 o'clock at night, and I just played my air league game. So you know, we'll just put any misplays down to that. Mankiz has lost the game. Wow, what's going on? Here we go. Dark Elves versus Wood Elves in a blizzard, and we'll see if the computer actually wants to show it. Cheering fans. God, it's so bad, isn't it? Friends with the ref. So 5+, blah blah blah. It's actually like, no, we can't watch this. It just doesn't want to happen. It's not meant to be, lads. We were watching Game of Blood Bowl. We were trying to watch Game of Blood Bowl, yeah. I don't know if we are going to get the Game of Blood Bowl. But look, kill someone, first action. Let's go. Whoa. There's no UI indicators or anything here. Which is really funny because it did work 2 seconds ago when I did this. Yeah, there we go. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. It's all working. Now we can see people have skills and rerolls and stuff. There we go. It's the only casting, you know, stream where we'll consistently go backwards. We'll consistently restart. Alright, but there you go. Look, got a Kaz. Whoa, let's go. So good at Blood Bowls. Checking all the blitz up there in the wrestler, like, you know, easy peasy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Then, you know, contemplate some sort of a screen. Stay out of range. Bish bash bosh. Easy. You know, that was my game plan. And you know what? I think I don't play this game is lying. I think they do play this game quite well, actually. I think I don't play this game plays quite well, to be quite honest. But yeah, so a bit of pressure in the middle, right? I see this lovely, you know, potential hit, like 3 potential hits here on this guy. So I was like, that seems like a decent blitz, doesn't it? Stab fails. Get him down with the blockless block, which I probably shouldn't have taken, honestly. I think, looking back again now, I don't know. Don't know if the blockless block was super duper amazing. And then Vengabus, which I was a bit unhappy with because the witch is at the start of this Vengabus. So I probably should have done don't know, this guy maybe up to here or something. Yeah. I mean, it's fine, right? It's a H cage. It's. I did try to play it like with side-on view, and it wasn't this turn. I tried the first turn side-on view, confused myself because I couldn't read the pitch properly. And then there was another turn, I don't know, it was about 3 or 4 turns down the line, where I tried the side-on view again, and I completely fucked it up. Completely fucked up my turn. I know, right? I should have just did what I did in the practice game and won. Seems much better. Yeah, but it's leaping in on a 5, right? For an uphill bucky, right? As opposed to an X cage where you're leaping in on a 4 or a 5. Well, leaping in on a 4. Still leaping in on a 4. But you're leaping in for an uphill as opposed to leaping in for a 1D. There you go. So, because the wrestle witch got wrestled down, we decided to kick the war dancer in the head, right? But it did mean we got a bit narrow. Yeah, I mean, you can come in that way, right? But, like, if you come in that way, the scatters are pretty good for us. Like, it dictates if he wants to come in that way, like, scatters are fine. I don't know if it was this turn where I decided to turn my camera sideways and just completely fucked it up. I think it's a bit early yet. Yeah, I think it might be the next turn. But I was pretty happy at this stage, right? Look, 2 players up, one of their dancers is gone. It's a shame it wasn't the strip. But yeah. And it was very much just trying to, you know, okay, they're probably going to come for the ball at some stage. Let's make sure it's not game losing when they do. You know, that there's still some potential outs. You know, because it is only turn 4 or 5, right? You'll see later on I had to push a bit further. So pretty good defensive setup from I don't play this game. So I was like, right, time to get something down the field so we don't get completely shut off. Because we still have more than enough to get all of this nice and secure. And I tell you, playing Dark Elves in a Blizzard against Wood Elves was really not amazing. Really not super amazing for my life. Because they're already faster than me, right, for the most part. And now I basically can't rush as well. So I thought that was kind of shitty. But Mankis had to play against the Wood Elves and the Blizzard as well, right? And, well, he did lose. So yeah, it was this is the horrendous turn. This turn coming up is where I turned the camera this way, and I was trying to plan out what I was gonna do, and I was gonna switch, and I was gonna be over here, and it was gonna be so nice, and yeah, well, you'll see what happens. You'll see what happens with this turn. God, I felt so bad after this turn. Because it just ruined all my good stuff so far, I thought. I thought I did really, really solid up until that point, and then it wasn't so solid. I mean, it was fine, right? It's fine. But I was looking for the knockdown there, right? And then when I didn't get the knockdown, it was like, okay, shit. Shit. It's turn 6. And I was like, I do still have 2 things in range. This guy should have been 1 square back. So that it was a bit easier to get in and hand it off if I needed to or whatever. But handing it off is probably still game losing, right? So Tree managed to get in onto the ball, which was not great. And then because of my turn 6, my turn 7 ends up being I need to roll dice here on turn 7. so that I don't snake her 1 and 9 on turn 8. So that's what I did. I was like, okay, let's roll dice, baby. And then I miscount after this. Very scary one. Very scary one there. And then this guy, right? I was really debating, do I just fucking 3+3+, right? 2+2+, 3+3+. But I decided against it. And like, this isn't bad, right? But I mean, this can easily be blocked off, which is the problem. But I thought it was mostly fine. And then obviously, you know, it's pretty easy to come in if this switch goes down, which she does. So just so that we could come in here so that he didn't come around the back, right? But there was obviously this bit as well. So manages to quit in and get the strip. And thankfully the ball scatters the right direction, sort of. But then they roll all the dice. And then they try this fucking pass, and I was like, oh shit. So thankfully we caught it. But yeah, very, 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 very scary. Very scary. It was a nice catch. Yeah, it sure was. Very scary though. Assassin OP for sure. So then 2+ to score. Is it a 4 into a 3 on the interception? I don't know. The pass was like what, a 5 or a 6? 5. Like, it was an inaccurate pass anyway, so I debated for a bit whether or not I would interfere, obviously. Obviously I did. But then, like, the interfere was only a 4, right? Into a 3, like you said, yeah. So wasn't too bad. But I did have to think and like compose myself a bit. And then obviously, you know, hit the 2+ score. After surfing a catcher, powering a dancer. I was going to try and surf the dancer, but when I got the pow, I just said I'd take the pow, right? So then his other dancer, who we fouled, came back. So then 1 turn attempt, but no rerolls. But they did score the 1 turn against Mankas. So I was kind of, you know, fearing whether or not they'd score the 1 turn. But obviously with no rerolls, it's a bit less likely, isn't it? So cheering fans again, which is the 2nd time we got it. And trapdoors. And then fail the dodge on the blitz. Chain him in to start chaining the dancer for easy enough pick up and hand off. So 1-0 to me going into their drive. So game plan, all right, let's see if we can try and, you know, force them in early, stop them, and if not, 1 turn. But again, like it's super hard. Like I'm already move bust essentially compared to all the wood elves, and like I'm trying to chase them down in a blizzard. So we get a solid defense, which I just end turn. And in the first action, go for the pickup. And snake. So, balls on the floor. So naturally, we're putting pressure on. I do something at the end of this drive, which I wish I didn't do. Or, no, I don't do something at the end of this drive, which I wish I did do. I suppose. But not that it really matters. So, let's see. I was trying to carve a hole through here, right, to try and get up this way as well. Which is why we didn't just go for the 3+3+. So here, I think in hindsight, although I don't know, right? I debated for quite a while whether or not this is a pass activation, right? And then just try and pass it back to here, but it's so easy for him to just dodge on a 2 and strip it anyway, right? I don't know. So anyway, when we didn't fail the first rush, I said we'd just roll all the dice and like immediately get stripped, obviously. But like, I don't know. Like, fully enough, if it wasn't the strip dancer that he was trying to pick it up on, he would have had to reroll or blitz it or something, right? And then I thought it was very ballsy just going for the 3+2+2+ before doing the blitz. But maybe it wasn't. I'd been very tempted to like 2+ blitz him off and then pick up the ball. Oh. I did slightly regret not surfing the dancer, yeah, for sure. So I don't know. They get everything pretty nice and safe again, right? Good recovery turn. I don't think I played my second half very well, to be quite honest. I think I had the potential to win the second half. But I think some of my turns could have been better. I mean, I think that turn was probably fine, to be honest. But it does mean that they were able to like get this breakthrough on that failed dodge. I did think a while about re-rolling it, right? Just to secure it a bit more. Dunno. I think the next turn is really questionable as to whether I should have done it or not. But I don't know, like, listen... I've forced the Wood Elves to roll a lot of dice at this point, haven't I? And, you know, they haven't failed yet. No, they didn't mark the Wrestle Witch at all. So then I was just trying to get the rest of the team back at this point. But obviously, like, they outnumber us so much. Like, they outpace us so much that it's really difficult. classic Keith jump over play. But like, yeah, they've already. We're already out of position here, right? Because we were trying to really pressure and capitalize on the snake with the ball. Yeah, I mean the tree factors in a good bit as well, Glinch, you're right, but I think the tree movement was pretty good. The positioning of the tree, sorry, I thought was pretty good, right? Yeah, yeah. I wonder whether I should have eaten that double skulls as well. I did think about it. I did think to myself, another jump over play from Keith. Let's go. But yeah, it's just like we still got a couple of players on the other side of the ball, which is a bit shit, isn't it? You just never really like being able to recover it properly. At least that was all my thinking at the time. Was that my turn one of this half was probably too much pressure. Maybe we shouldn't have gone full send. I don't know. Then again, like it's hard, right? Isn't it? It's hard to just not full send when they snake and you can get the ball. So then I decided to fuck it full send again. I thought the scatter options were pretty good, you know, if we get a push, we win the game. If we get a push and then like power wrestle, we probably win the game on this. Thought it was pretty good. Thought it was a pretty good opportunity. Maybe it wasn't. But I figured I was going for the sack at some stage, and that one seemed pretty good. How many elf teams in the World Cup qualifier? There's not that. So this is the Morg Cup one, of which there's like 10 elves out of 16. I don't know how many are in the air one. Like 3 elves in the air league one. Maybe 4 out of 30. It's not very high. So failed the going in. 3 stuns. I was like, alright, fine. Elf screen time. Woo! And then maybe a bit of an overcommitment to the screen. Should have probably stayed a bit further wide, right? Because it just completely gives them the other side of the pitch. Yeah, I think the screen needs to be wider. Just spread it out, right? Like, obviously it makes it a bit weaker over here, but I think if it's just spread out a bit more, it's just stronger, isn't it? So, pretty sad. Because like now, basically, there's no way of getting in front anymore. It's just ball sack or they score. So we do go for the sack, which means a couple of 3+ to run around and cancel. And then a 3-4 3 1D. But we do get the sack, and then unfortunately it scatters there, which was a bit shite. And then try for the leap over pickup, which failed, which is fair enough, right? We did a lot of dice that we succeeded that turn. So failing the 4 jump over for the 3-3 pickup, it's fair enough, isn't it? So then they just clear off, get the handoff, and then bang it in. But I feel there was options, right? I feel there was win opportunities in that game. I feel we could have lost the game as well on turn 7 of our drive. 100%. Could have just lost it there. But, yeah, I thought I was going to get completely steamrolled, to be honest. I thought it was... well, I was expecting to lose 2-1 or something. But, got the 1 turn chance, which we set up wrong for, in the end anyway. And I've gone over with the mentor to figure out how the fuck I'm supposed to do it properly. I think the general idea of what I had was fine, right? The general idea was there. I don't think I could have gotten like all the pushes I needed though, which is the problem. I liked winning there as well, Demi. Yeah. But it didn't matter what my 1 turn setup was, right? Because we just got PI'd and I just ended the turn. Instant PI, instant end turn. So yeah, game 1 ended in a draw. It was a good game. I was more or less happy with how I played. More or less. A couple of things here and there I would have changed. But luckily I get to try it all again tonight. and if tonight ends up being in a draw, I get to try it all again next week. But yeah, so having drawn the first game, I think we'll both be probably a bit more... Well, I don't know if I could be a bit more aggressive, honestly. Honestly, maybe I was too aggressive. Maybe I should have just played it safer and screened off more. Interesting. But anyway, thanks everyone for watching, and we'll have game 2 very soon for you. Bye now.